34 to be exact, niggas fear me. Atomic dog, I'm in your zone, your area. Bull massive pit bull terrier. I'm coming through like the woo dumping chambers. Thug life, get it right, nigga, danger. 7 shots to my body, ain't no killing me. Lock and load, double back, I had you feeling me. 40 Glock up on your block, headshot. Chest plate getting blown when the 9 knocks. And in the distance, ain't no resistance. Say your homeboy swear they gonna murder me. Said they heard of me, they think I'm on a murder spree. But when they roll up and Chase try to find me, that's when I'm dumping with the fat Mac 90. From the cradle to the grave, I've been kicking static. I've been around from revolvers to automatic. See, I'm a stand-up, stomp down soldier. Much older now from back then when I was thugging in my stars on my black swim. See, I'm a G, nigga, married to the thug. Hennessy, COE, Sherm sticks. That's how we do it, kicking back.
There were 2 people shot in Los Angeles overnight in drive-by attacks. They may have been gang-related, they may have been drug-related, or both. A teenager was seriously wounded and a security guard was killed. It did not surprise Los Angeles police that the shootings happened in spite of their second night of massive sweeps through gang areas. They had not expected to solve the drug and violence problems there overnight. For one young woman spoke lightly of her loyalty to the Crips gang and their murder of members of rival gangs.
Like the Crips, but it's just the Slavs that got to go.
I don't understand. The what?
The Slavs, the Pyrus.
What's the Pyrus?
That's the other ones, the ones that we killing.
The firepower was certainly there. These are some of the weapons seized overnight in police actions, along with amounts of crack and money, lots of money, the lifeblood of the drug gangs and the motivator in their violence.
One time, something had happened where they had a fight internally, and Cody come back with a Jason mask on. And he lay everybody down. Had the Jason mat on, and I guess it had a bayonet because he stepped on one of them perm and cut that off. And somebody say, "Cody, is that you?" And he said, "That you, big such and such?" And he let him up.
We were in a trans band, and I was sitting shotgun, with the double barrel between my legs. I remember driving down the street, seeing these guys in the street, sitting on a parked car. I looked at their faces, knew it was them. We then prepared, everybody loaded up, we rounded the corner again. Upon the second time coming by, I hung out the window and said, "Hey, motherfucker." And when he turned around, I hit him with both barrels. Hit him in the neck. Just barely hit him in the neck, though. I didn't give him, he didn't feel the brunt of both barrels like he should have, because he lived. After my initial 2 shots in a double barrel, that was it. I would sit back then and let everybody else do their thing. I can remember hitting the corner and looking back and seeing all 5 people stretched out. And I knew the job had been well done.
They called him Monster, but who he really was, that's a story no one ever told the right way. A boy named Kody Scott, born in 1963, raised on the unforgiving streets of South Central Los Angeles. The second youngest of 6 kids, growing up on 69th and Dinker, surrounded by poverty, violence, and survival. His life wasn't meant to be normal. It wasn't meant to be peaceful. It was destined to become legend. But legends are rarely built without blood. Before the world knew him as Monster Cody, before the police gave him his name, he was just Cody, a kid who never really had a chance to be one. He was recruited when he was 11 and had over 50 bodies by the time he was 16. Cody wasn't born a gangster. He wasn't born a killer. He was born into a world where those things found him. One of the founders of the Crips, the infamous Tookie Williams, was a looming figure in Cody's early life, shaping what would come next. He wasn't recruited, he was absorbed. Through Trey Ball, a member of the 8 Trey Gangsters, Cody found his path. A path he never really chose, but one that swallowed him whole. He wasn't even given the dignity of keeping his name, because Cody belonged to someone else. He had to earn his identity, and on June 15th, 1975, he did. What started as an initiation became something darker. Cody caught his first body that night, his first kill. He became more than just a recruit. He became a full-time soldier. But soldiers need names, and his wasn't earned with pride. It was born from fear. A man lay beaten, broken, stumped for 20 relentless minutes, left in a coma. The police took one look and said whoever did this had to be a monster. The streets agreed. The name stuck. Kody Scott was gone. Monster Cody was born.
A friend of mine, Trayball and I, was robbing a man, and the guy hit me in the face, and I was more embarrassed than I was hurt because he hit me in the face, and so it was like, we gotta really get this dude. So Trayball tripped him, and when we caught him, you know, I stomped the man. He was like maybe 30 at that time. I was like 14, 13 or something like that. And I stomped the guy for a long time, I think like 15, 20 minutes. Anyway, disfigured the man. And the police came, and they were telling everybody at the scene that whoever did this was a monster. And then that just rippled through the crowd. And when I came back around later that night, they were saying that the police were calling you a monster, man. They were calling you a monster, man. And I was like, well, that's what I am.
In and out of juvenile hall, his record became longer than his childhood. Shootings, assaults, more bodies. Each time he got out, he hit the streets harder. The 8 Trays were his family now, and family needed protecting. But loyalty on the streets is fragile. By 1979, everything changed. The 8 Tray gangsters and the Rolling 60 Crips, once allies, now mortal enemies. A fistfight turned into shooting that turned into war. Bodies from both sides dropped like rain. From Monster, there was no turning back. The war wasn't just about survival anymore. It was personal.
Her brothers came, beat BB up, they were 60s, broke his rib, threw him in the trash can. Homie felt offended, we gotta fight Friday. After school, we gotta fight. You know how it is. They went on the side of Hobart. Friday, homies, head up. That's what we usually do. Them is our type. 60 is our dogs. We ain't tripping. Head up, handle that beef, squash it, step on. Fatty started fighting with Tyrone. Tyrone's brother was Big Rick, OG 60, rider, moneymaker, hustler, thug motherfucker. Him and Fatty fighting. Boom, bad, boom, both dick youngsters. Boo, bad, boo, bad, 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 boo. Squalling. Fool named Daryl Oaks, the hood just recruited. He was really from 9-0. Went around the corner, got the strap, the homie. Came back, he was on the hood like 2 days. He thought it was something more serious than just the fisticuffs. And that's all it was. And it's 79. Ooh, this is the 70s. It's September, 79. Man, it's still the 70s. It's all about this, fool. Fool come back with the heat, tell Fatty move, dump, boom, boom. Kill Tyrone, shoot him in the head and the chest. Shoot Bogart, boom, from the 60s in the stomach. Rest of them break. We all break too, like, damn! Man, what you tripping on? 60s coming to the hood though. Big Rick, the OG, Babyface, Baby Huey, Motor Mouse, 60s, OGs, killers. Coming to the hood. All they want is to shoot her, kill their brother. They ain't tripping. Like, man, we want to kill my brother. That's what Big Rick said. And we was like, man, we don't know him. We didn't. He just started claiming the hood in 2 days. We couldn't give him up. We didn't know the motherfucker. Fools them took it as a sign of us saying we ain't giving him up. We threw a big meeting, big sidewinder, big Keystone, all them from the 60s, Big Joe Rat, Mumbles, Mumpy. Threw a big meeting at the park. The meeting became a big gang fight. It fell into name calling, disrespect. People started getting hit, bombed on. It turned to big gang fight. Pigs came, helicopter 40 feet off the ground, ran everybody off. From that point, September 27th, 1979, the Rolling 60s and the 8 Trays have been mortal enemies. They've killed over 20 of my homies, and we've killed over, I'm sure, 27, 28, 9 of them.
Home turf of the Rolling 60s, part of the largest street gang in all of Los Angeles, a gang called the Crips.
What it means to the community to the community, it means terrorism, but nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? To us, it's just like, hey.
Meet Creeper, Lowdown, Little Creeper, and Mr. E-Bone.
I mean, we've been on TV. We've been in the newspapers.
Everywhere we go, we take over. It's just like we're a nightmare on somebody's
like
street.
a plague.
They'd like you to believe that they're the worst thing to hit civilization since Attila the Hun. Because on these streets, reputation is everything, whether it's earned or not.
What is? After you hear so much about it, it gets into you if it's not already there. You know? It's like I said.
Now, what do you do? What do you do that makes people so fearful?
We can walk into a place and that'll make people fearful, just knowing that it's rolling 60.
The name
and what it carries behind it.
Like what does it carry behind it?
It carries dirt, carries murder, carries whatever you want.
Treachery. Just pure treachery.
Nightmare.
ETG, y'all told us, you know, come back daytime. Right here, 80s baby, see it?
Yeah, and all that.
Yeah.
3rd Street 80s.
Nacho, nigga, ETG, nigga, 4 West. Yeah, you see it? 4 Rich rolling.
Yeah, 4 West and all that. Y'all know it's the park though. Moving Crip on 8 Trade, nigga. Y'all know where we at. We at the Set Park, low. Where everybody at on Moving. Pop out. Oh, Gangsta. Yeah, 4 West and all.
Bruh. Niggas came and made a video.
Oh, Gangster Crip.
On the day.
How you gonna come up here and leave? I told
you just tagged us too.
I told you.
Nigga Trump, man. Where my nigga? Where's Sanyika, bro? Where my nigga? You ready to Gangsta?
The summer of 1980 wasn't about the heat. It was about the bodies. His mother sent him to the store, Buddha Market, right in rolling 60s turf. He didn't hesitate. He walked into a shootout and walked out alive. Days later, his girlfriend gave birth to his first child. On his way to the hospital, he spotted a rolling 60 named bank robber. He shot him down in cold blood, then went to meet his newborn. The war kept escalating. A kidnapped sister, horrific acts of revenge, bodies mutilated and taken as trophies.
Monster Cody did an interview, and I'm gonna try to hold it together right now. Monster Cody did an interview, and he said that he brought somebody's arm. He brought somebody's arm back to a meeting, and that was Jay Blake's arm.
You mean to tell me that story is real?
Yes, that was Jay Blake's arm. It was real. He did bring an arm back. They chopped him up and put him in front of Jefferson High School. They couldn't even open his casket, sir.
By year's end, Monster was shot, ambushed by the rolling 60s. He survived. 2 days out of the hospital, he was arrested. 6 shooting charges. He beat them all.
It's hectic. I've been shot 7 times. I've been shot 6 times by rolling 60s. 6 times at once. One time I was robbing a man, was shot. The war's taking a toll. Every criminal act I've committed has been in commission in trying to destroy in some aspect the rolling 60s. Crip organization, and my whole life has been spent primarily on that mission.
In 1981, Monster was back inside. 4 years for a crime he didn't commit. But prison wasn't the end. It was a turning point. He met Islam. He studied. He learned about the revolutionaries, the Nation of Islam, and the new African movement. For the first time, he saw beyond the set, beyond the streets. He was given a new name, Sanyika Shakur, a name that carried meaning, not fear. In 1988, he walked out of prison a changed man, but the streets weren't done with him yet. Monster slowed down. He tried to step away. He focused on his family, but the streets kept pulling him back, and he couldn't outrun his past. Back inside by 1991, 7 more years. This time, though, he didn't waste it. He picked up a pen and started writing. His words hit harder than his fist ever did. The autobiography of a LA gang member, a raw, unfiltered glimpse into a world most feared to understand. His stories travel further than his reputation ever could. He wasn't just Monster Cody anymore. He was Sanyika Shakur, an author, a thinker, a voice from the streets who refused to be silenced.
One guy got a beard, a mustache, one guy got a beard, and one guy's clean shaven. But they're not dressed like gang members. I don't see no bulges where they might be armed. So the guy walks up to me and he says, "Aren't you Monster Cody?" So I said, "Yeah, I'm Monster Cody. I'm from Gangsta. What's up?" And the guy reaches in his coat. He has a pea coat, but he can't get through the gun apparently because it's the button. And when he reaches in his coat, Lil Hunchy runs and leaves me. When I look towards Lil Hunchy to the left and look back, the guy shoots me in the stomach. Shoots me in the stomach, point blank range, no closer than you and I are, and blows me against the wall. And the impact of the bullet, it doesn't really hurt me, but it surprises me. And the force of it blows me against the wall. And just out of survival, out of the instinct, I rush towards him, try to grab the gun, and he shoots me in the left hand. And my hand hits the wall like it's blown off, where I don't look at my hand. So now I know it's time to go. I turn around and try to run, he shoots me in the back. The bullet that hits me in the back knocks me down on my face, and I'm dazed. So now I'm getting up on my knees, and the guy kicks me in the stomach, kicks me over. So I have no alternative but to put my leg up, just try to shield the shot. And he shoots me 3 times in the left leg, and then they run off. Well, Lil Hunchy, he ran the entire block, and he comes back, and he asks me, "What happened?" "Well, damn fool, I'm shot." That's what happened.
I felt the loss that I might lose my brother. You know, I felt empty. As the night progressed along, I think I was overcome with revenge than anything. We had a meeting at the park that day to discuss what had happened, who was there, who was the trigger man, and what should be done. Once the sun went down, the mission was in action. We had the 2 shotguns that I had, which was a double barrel, which I had, a 20 gauge pump, a 12 gauge pump, a 8mm rifle, and 2 .357 Python hand weapons. And we started on our journey in the enemy territory. We combed each block, looking for any sign of movement. They knew retaliation would be swift. But with it being a holiday, January 1st, 1981, we knew that we would eventually catch somebody out. When we did, we ate him up. I hung out the window first. They were standing on the sidewalk. I gave them both barrels of the 12 gauge shotgun that was not sawed off. That was the person that died. The pictures that I was showed while I was going to court on it, I couldn't believe that a shotgun could actually do a person like that. It made me respect the shotgun even. I murdered wasn't necessarily a person who actually pulled the trigger on my brother, but he was affiliated with that neighborhood. And that's just like getting the trigger man himself. When you live in my world, retaliation has to be swift. As long as it's swift, it will make people respect your neighborhood and think twice about coming over there.
I knew that he was capable of doing that, but I didn't think to the extent that he would go to that extent. And he really surprised me, which just overwhelming. I felt proud. I felt proud that he was able to rise above the emotionalism of his brother being shot and take care of business.
Today, even now, I consider myself a rolling 60 killer for how much money I got or whatever. Dude shot me 6 times, killed 20 of my homies. I knew, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with, played Pop Warner with. My mothers knew their mothers. Broken houses with these motherfuckers. Rolled bicycles, swins. Nigga, I know red lines, no mongoose, nigga. Swins, huffies. Nigga, I roll huffies with these motherfuckers. Street King skates. Now, no motherfucking big rubber wheels, nigga. Street Kings. Nigga, I'm 34. I was born in 63, not 73. I've been around, man, with the school, man. Graduated in 75. Went to the 7th grade. And that was it. To represent. From that point forward, I've been in war with not only motherfuckers around me, but my own motherfucking self. Because I'm really a nice guy. It ain't smooth. It's just that we at war with the Serenials. There ain't no race war. It's the Serenials, the banging ones. If they get an order to move on one of us in our neighborhood, they'll move, right? And brothers and crips and blood shit ain't overstanding that. They move in retaliation, right? They should move with the Mexicans first. Fuck them and the enemy. Straight up. Fuck the Mexican mafia. That's the ones that's calling the shots. It ain't no race war. We ain't got nothing against Mexicans. We ain't racist. They ain't racist. But them motherfucking Soreños, motherfucking sewer rat ass motherfuckers, them the ones that's on. It's on with them for sure.
It's a CBS News 8 manhunt for Kody Scott, wanted for violating terms of his parole, considered a parolee at large. His criminal history includes assault with a deadly weapon, carjacking, and robbery. He's 52 years old, 5'9", 205 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes, known to frequent Oceanside, but is considered transient.
Years passed, more arrests, more bids. By 2019, he was back, this time not as a gangster, but as a man reflecting on the life he lived and the lives he took. Monster Cody died on June 6, 2021. His body is gone, but his legend, his truth, it remains. Because Kody Scott wasn't just a gang member. He was a son, a father, a leader, a writer, a man who carried the weight of his past while trying to rewrite his future. They called him Monster, but maybe, just maybe, he was something more.
I got the call at 12:30 that night from somebody from San Diego. I sat up all night just in the day. It was like, childhood friend and foe is gone. You know, it's like, it's still like mesmerizing me. And the guy, when we used to write each other, I never knew he got so intelligent like he did. First, I got all his letters. I still got his letters in a Ziploc bag. First letter he wrote me, the words were so astounding I had to read one letter with a dictionary in my hand. That's how intelligent he was. I didn't even write like that. The boy was smart. And out of all the people that was on that west side, I knew he was going to be the one to stand out because I knew his character when he was young. Everything he did, he excelled in. I don't care if it was dirt bike riding, flipping, I don't care what it was, he excelled in it. You know, and I seen that. Finally hooked up again, we talked about old times, ex-girlfriends, what we used to do, and then we was gonna meet each other once I came home. Never got a chance. I think that's what hurt me the most because I never got a chance to see him at that last minute, even though we did correspond a lot and chat on Facebook. You know, rest in peace, Monster. Love you.
Legends are rarely built without blood, but Monster Cody's story isn't about how he lived or how he died. It's about what he became and what he left behind. Rest in peace, Monster Cody. Alright y'all, there y'all have it. That's the crazy story of Monster Cody, A-Trey Gangster Crip, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Hey, get in that comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. You already know what it is. Drillers and trappers, we out here trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!